Okay, so now we're going to go through the Fantasy Draft Board tutorial on how to set up your Excel spreadsheet and how to actually use the draft board. The first thing I like to do is set up my view in Excel. So the best thing you want to do is go up to the View tab, click on Formula Bar, and click on Headings. That will kind of maximize everything from left to right, top to bottom. And then you notice that at 100%, it's a little bit too big, so I'll go down to 90. And then from there I go to full screen. That now I can really see as much as I want to. On this example it has 16 rounds, so you're going to go down a little bit as the draft goes, but you don't need to see these bottom rounds until you get there. So we're fine here. I'll just kind of go through this real quick. So here's your actual draft board with the draft position numbers set up for you. On the right hand side you're going to see the number of positions left to draft. So as your draft goes along, these are going to decrease. Actually, they're going to increase because this goes from a negative number to a positive number. When this hits 0, you know you've got enough quarterbacks, running backs, and this is kind of just a default setup. It's if you want more running backs and your wideouts end up staying in negative, it's totally fine. This is just a reference for you to see where you're at, what your other managers are drafting, and so you can kind of have a better feel for what they might pick in later rounds. So you can decide maybe you need to go after running back when at first you wanted a wide receiver. It just depends on how you want to draft. You can change the name up here to, from manager to whoever it's going to be, Mike, Tony, whatever that is. And then at the bottom here, you're going to actually see this populate into a final roster. It's really just the draft board set up without any formatting. But you're not going to be inputting anything into your actual draft board. This gets auto-filled by your players sheet. What you're going to be doing here is as the draft happens, you're going to be inputting the draft position by each one of these as it goes along. So we'll just do a quick example. Let's say Adrian Peterson gets drafted first, Chris Johnson second, Arian Foster third, maybe Ray Rice fifth, Jamal Charles sixth. Then it goes to Mike Vick seventh, maybe Aaron Rodgers eighth, Andre Johnson 9, Calvin Johnson 10. Some crazy reason someone picks Antonio Gates 11, and so on and so forth. You know, you'll just kind of see this draft as it starts to complete really take shape. So as that happens, what's going to go on is on the actual draft board, this will auto-populate. Oh, it looks like I missed the fourth player, so let's go ahead and figure out who that was. Looks like it was Mr. LaShawn McCoy, taken care of. And now you go back to your draft board, and that's set up and put in there. So now you have all of your positions going on as the draft happens. It's color coordinated, so you see what position is being drafted, so you kind of have a better feel for what maybe you want to actually go ahead and draft down the road. And that is really the essence of the fantasy draft board. It's super simple, very easy, and it's effective because it doesn't have all those bells and whistles, doesn't get all crazy. It's just the meat and potatoes of what your draft day really should look like. So you're all set here. And one quick thing that you're going to want to note is all these spots are locked. The actual sheets have been locked. That way nothing gets deleted out on accident. Well, the only things that are available are the actual colored cells, so you can put those in with where the draft is happening. In the draft board, it's the same thing. You can't click on any of this stuff because it's just all locked for the protection of the actual the formulas, so that doesn't get changed on accident and messing up anything. So you can change the manager row. You can change this actual this cell as well, and then in the players, again, it's just the colored rows. So you're all set up there. That's Fantasy Draft Board. It's simple, easy, and effective. So have fun with your draft. Enjoy the season, and good luck.